there are 47% of the people who will vote for the president no matter what. All right, there are 47% who are with him, who are dependent upon government, who believe that they are victims, who believe that government has a responsibility to care for them, who believe that they're entitled to health care, to food, to housing, to you name it. But it's an entitlement, and the government should give it to them. And they will vote for this president no matter what. And I mean, the president starts off with 48, 49, 40, he starts off with a huge number. These are people who pay no income tax. 47% of Americans pay no income tax. So our message of low taxes doesn't connect. And he'll be out there talking about tax cuts for the rich. I mean, that's what they sell every 4 years. And so my job is not to worry about those people. I'll never convince them that they should take personal responsibility and care for their lives. What I have to do is convince the 5 to 10% in the Senate that are independent.
Now that clip I just played for you of Mitt Romney should demonstrate to you what the ruling class thinks of all the other classes, what they think of everyone else. They look at themselves as entitled to everything on the planet, including the planet. They believe they can wreck the planet, in fact, if it's for their profit, but they don't think you are entitled to food or a roof over your head. You know, in that clip, there were so many different things that insulted me. It was really insulting on so many different levels. First of all, the pompous idea that these people have, that they have a blueprint because they're born with wealth and with power, that they're better than everyone else and they deserve everything in the world and everybody else deserves nothing. First of all, that was insulting to me on principle, just as a democratic socialist like myself and a progressive-minded person who believes all men are created equal. That was insulting. It was insulting to my faith as a Christian and a devout follower of Jesus Christ who taught us to care for the least among us, which includes the poor. And it does frighten me that a lot of Christians will turn out to vote for this man. And it also insults me on an intellectual level because if you really want to break it down and make the argument, I mean, we talk about entitlements now. Entitlements. Yes, I do believe I'm entitled to food, clothing, a home, a roof over my head, and health care. Because there's a certain class of individuals that are entitled to food, clothing, health care, and a roof over their head. They're called prisoners. And the ruling elite don't think you're entitled to the same rights as a child molester. They don't think you're entitled to the same rights as a murderer. There is no excuse for not providing health care and not providing food and clothing and shelter to every single one of your citizens if you're the richest country on the planet. No excuse for it. That is a dismal failure of a government if you can't do at least that much. We're in the 21st century now, and one of the most advanced, probably the most advanced nations on the planet, the United States of America. There is no reason we can't provide for people. And there's no excuse. The ruling elite have figured out now that they can't rob the workers anymore. They can't rob the middle class because the middle class is gone. The unions are gone. The wages are gone. That's all gone. There's nothing left to steal from working people. They've just about stolen it all. So now they want to steal from the poor. They want to rob the poor now. So they're coming after the safety net, or as they call it, the entitlement. Which means they're going to come after your Social Security and your Medicare. They're going to come after welfare. They're going to demonize poor people. And they're going to brainwash complete asshats such as these libertarians into getting on board with their agenda. Libertarians, wake up. These people are monsters. They don't like you. They don't think you deserve anything. Some of these libertarians that I argue with here on the internet, are you a multi-millionaire or a billionaire investor like Mitt Romney? Can I ask you that question? Can I pose that question for you? And did you hear some of the disgusting comments he made here in this video? that he thinks people are victims and that they don't deserve the same rights as felons, is literally what he said. So, if you're not a multi-millionaire or billionaire, why is it you're on board with this agenda? Why is it you're pushing Mitt Romney's agenda of robbing the poor and dismantling government? Because that's who wants to dismantle government, folks. The super rich elite. They would love it. They would absolutely love to dismantle government and get rid of welfare and all these social safety net programs because they want that money back. And there's no excuse for the richest country on the planet to have 46 million people die because of a lack of health care insurance. Or 50 million people living in poverty. No excuse. The only thing that's behind it is greed and the capitalist system. And it will see its downfall eventually. You hear this stuff every day that the right-wingers throw out about class warfare. Oh, you want to tax rich people? That's class warfare. No. What you heard in that video clip I played for you a minute ago, that's class warfare. They're getting ready to wage it on us. They're getting ready to kill us. Do you understand that? It's plain as day now. You've got one of the presidential candidates making no apologies for it. I'm not concerned about the very poor. 47% of people are victims and think they deserve food. Those crazy poor people, they think they deserve food. Do you hear it now? That's class warfare. Wake up.